For the statistics, edexcel hypothesis testing, let's start from number 1. Vehicles pass a particular point on the road, rate of 39 vehicles per hour. Any random selected 10-minute interval, exactly 6, at least 8. So this is the Poisson. So X is following the distribution of Poisson, 39. But this is 39 per hour, so we will make it 39 over 6. So probability X equals 6. Probability X enlist 8 cars, this point. So from the table, we can find the Poisson. Yep, cumulative. So more than 8 means 1 minus probability. X is smaller than or equal to 7. So 39 over 6. 6.5. So this is 6.5 here, and until 7, 0, 6 is 7 to 8. So 1 minus 0, 6, 7 to 8 becomes 0, 2, 7 to 3. So, and when x equals 6, from the formula, here Poisson e to the power negative 6.5 times 6.5 times over 6 and 6 factorial, and you can find it from your calculator. And number C, after the introduction of new one-way system, suggests that number of vehicles passing the point is decreased. So now H is 0. So 10 point, still we are saying this is about 10-minute interval. So parameter lambda is 6.5 as it is. And we are suggesting alternate hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis is lambda is a decrease less than 6.5. So this is always the test need to be assumed the null hypothesis is true. So randomly selected 10-minute interval, 2 vehicles past the point. So now we have the answer. Let me do it. Y follows the Poisson 6.5, and just we had the result of y is smaller than like 2, which is 6.5. You find 2. 0.0430, which is less than 0.05. So we reject H is 0. So there is sufficient evidence to claim that to support to claim that the number of vehicles has decreased. That is our answer. And number 2. An effect of certain disease, a small number of red blood cells deformed 3.2 per milliliter and 2.5 milliliters blood contain only 4 deformed red blood cells. Okay, so this is again Poisson because this is about rate. So X, let's make H0 is lambda is following 3.2 was per milliliter, so 3.2 times 2.5. Let me calculate it. 3.2 times 2.5, 8. So we are insisting lambda is a, null is insisting lambda is a, And alternative is lambda. What is the new treatment to do? Stating whether been a decrease. Okay, again, less than 8. So now x is following, always null is true, like assumed be true. So Poisson 8, and we have the result of 4. So when we have the 4 here, 0.0996, which is larger than 0.05. So fail to reject H0. Fail to reject H0 is like accept H0. So there is no sufficient evidence to claim that there has been a decrease in the number of deformed red blood cells, like here. This comes here with the new treatment. So let's go for number 5. Scooby receptionist record show over the many years a wrong extension is 0.03. Poisson approximation, binomial distribution. Receive 150 calls. He puts through. Okay, so this one, Poisson is like a per calls. The per calls, let me find the per calls. It was because now we are looking for this binomial distribution. So x is following this approximation binomial. Now we have 150 and probability is 0.03. So 5 calls is among 150 to 5 combination, 0.03 to the power of 5, 0.97 to the power of 145. And number B. Just what I'm confusing is, do I need to use a Poisson or binomial? Because here it says using a Poisson approximation. So let me use the Poisson approximation then. So, okay, x is following Poisson 0.03 times 150. 0.03 times 150. So 4.5. So now we have this parameter lambda 4.5. So probability x equals to 5 is we have the formula here, e to the power of negative 4.5 times 4.5 to the power of 5 factorial. And number B, no more than 3 calls. Smaller than 3 means, not smaller than 3. Smaller than or equal to 3. So now we have 4.5 and accumulate. So here 4.5 and 3. So this is the answer, 0.3423. Scooby retires. New reception Waldo, 300 calls, 4 calls to the wrong extension. So again, so we can say 0.03 times 300. So why? No, I mean, let's make the hypothesis first. So lambda is 0.03 times 300, which is 9. And HA is lambda decrease. So again, smaller than 9. But now we know Y is following the Poisson of 9. And the result is 4. So probability Y is smaller than or equal to, what was it, 4? So when it is 9, 4 here, 0.0550, which is larger than 0.05. So fail to reject AC0. Fail to reject AC0. So there is no sufficient evidence to suggest that Waldo has decreased the rate at which calls are put through to the wrong extension. Number 6. Arnold is a printer. Break down his printing press. Average rate of 1.75 per month. Poisson distribution. Exactly 3. So X is following Poisson particular months. So we still talk about the months. 1.75. So A probability X equals to 3. Yeah, you can do this e to the power negative 1.75 times, yeah, I always confusing, 1.75 power of 3 over 3 factorial. You can calculate it. More than 5 breakdown in 2 months period. So now we are saying 2 months, which is 3.5. So more than 5 breakdowns. So probability Y more than 5 means 1 minus smaller or equal to 5. So 3.5 and 5 here, this one. So 1 minus 0.8576 1424, 0.1424. And 4 consecutive months, 2 months is exactly 3 breaks down. So this is about binomial. So exactly 3 breakdown. Oh, then I need to calculate this one. E to the power of negative 1.75 times 1.75 power of 3 over 6. So 0.15522, let's say. So here binomial, let's call it A, is following binomial. We have 4 and 0.15522 probability, success probability. And exactly 3 breaks down. A equals to 3. So 4, 2, 3. 15522 power of 3 times minus 1 is 8.84478 to the power of 1. You can calculate it. Arnold has his printing press serviced and want to test. The rate of breakdown has been reduced. Okay, so A is 0 and H1. Actually, yeah, some curriculum use H1 and some curriculum is HA. So my case, I mixed it up. I'm always confusing. So you can follow your school's guide. So here, breakdown next 4 months. So now we're talking about 4 months. So the lambda should be 7. And lambda is smaller than 7. So let's make it B is, let's not call it BC, is following Poisson 7. And our result, no, here is a critical region 5% significance level. Okay, so as 7 here, so this is the one until 2. C is less than or equal to is 0.0296 and C 3 0.0815. So this is more than 0.05. This is smaller than 0.05. So critical region is C is smaller than or equal to 2. Actual significance level at this moment is like 2.96%, we can say. Number 7. Electrical goods retailer says a mean of 3.5 per day. Okay, advertise local 2-day period. 11 television sets, leading him to believe increased his sale. So 5% significance. A is 0. Lambda is 7. If it is not effective, it should be average 7 per 2 days. So H1, lambda is larger than 7. If it is effective, then it increases the sales. So now, X is following Poisson 7. And we have 11 television sets. So probability X is larger than or equal to 11. 1 minus probability X is smaller than or equal to 10. So 7 and 10 here. So 1 minus 0.9015 means 5, 8, 9, 0, which is larger than 0.05. So fail to reject is 0. Usually I'm expressing like fail to reject is 0 because I always focusing on null hypothesis. No, I mean my mind is always on the like alternative. So I failed to reject H0. But you can say accept H0. So there's no sufficient evidence to claim that there is an increase in sales following the appearance of the adverts. That's the one. And number 9. Managers think that 5% of workforce absent for at least 1 day each month. 200 workers at random, and last month 15 workers has been absent. Okay, so Poisson approximation. So again, this is Poisson, but it comes from binomial distribution. So per month, 5% of 200 is 10. So we are thinking per month there will be 10, average 10, like a rate of 10 workers absent per month, at least 1 day per each month. So H0 is lambda equals 10, HA. So what higher than manager think? So lambda is larger than 10. So X is following Poisson. Lambda is 10, and now we have the result of 15. So X is larger than or equal to 15. So 1 minus 14. So 10 here and 14 here. Is this 14? Yep. So 1 minus 0.9165. So 538 0.0835, which is larger than 0.05. So failed to reject H0. Again, we failed. So there is no sufficient evidence to claim that the percentage of workers who are absent for at least 1 day each month is higher than the manager think. So let's go for the number 10. It is known that 15% of product produced machine defective. Random variable x, number of products, okay. So this is geometry until the first defective one is found. So x is following geometry 0.15. I'm always confusing about this. So usually I'm writing like a 0.15. So fifths. So 0.85 we have 4, and last 0.15 we have 1, and larger than or equal to 3. So geometry CDF here, I think we have here, wait, oh, we don't have. Okay, geometric chi-square. Okay, so let's go like this. So 1 minus x is smaller than or equal to 2. So 1 minus the first we found for the first time when we select the first one. So 0.15 plus, and second one 0.85 times 0.15. So first one was okay, the second one was defective. So this is the one. And number C. Now it has defective product, critical reason. Okay, so H0, still the proportion is 1.05, 0.15, and H1 is he is insisting the reduce the proportion of defective product. So P is smaller than 0.15. So X is following geometry 0.15. In this case, it takes a longer time if we have less defective product. So when we find this 5 level of significance, we need to find X takes more than some specific number, and this is smaller than 0.05. So now if it takes A, then 0.85 A minus 1 times 0.15 plus 0.85 A times 0.15 plus 0.85 A plus 1 times 0.15, blah 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 forever. So this is the sum of infinite geometry series. So the first time is 0.85 A minus 1 times 0.15 over 1 minus 0.85. So like this. So now we have 0.85 to the power of A minus 1. 0.85 A minus 1 is smaller than 0.05. So if we make log on both sides, 0.85, we need to change the direction of the inequality because when base is smaller than 1, like 0.85, then this log function is a decreasing function. So it means the sequence is reversed. So on the left side is A minus 1, and the right side is 0.05. 18.433. So A 19.433. So critical number is like it. Oops. So critical number is like this. So A is larger than or equal to 20. So this is the critical reason. No, I mean not A, X. And the actual significance level at this moment. Okay. So this was the probability. So 0.85, 20 minus 1, 19. So probability X is larger than 20 equals 0.85 to the power of 19, 0.0456. And number 12, coin believed to be biased. P, significantly less than half. Use 2% significance level. Allison spins the coin 30 times and record the number of heads. Critical reason? Okay. So for Allison, this is binomial. So now we are thinking this is biased, but means assume that it is not biased. So for Allison, A is 0, is P is 0.5, but both of them, H1 is P is less than 0.5. And for Allison, his X is following binomial 30 times 0.5, because we always assume that null is true. So this is the one. And 2%, we need to find the significance level. 30, 0.5, binomial cumulative. 30 and 0.5. Okay, so the last one. So this here. So probability X is smaller than or equal to 10 is 0.0494. And X is smaller than 11, 0.1002. So this is the critical reason. So X is smaller than or equal to 10. Pole spins. So pole is following Y is following 0.5. So significance level 2%. Oh, sorry. I think I found 5%. I made a mistake. So 2% is 8 and 9. So this is not the proper. 8 and 9. A was 0.0081, 9 was 0.0214. So this is X is smaller than or equal to 8. And B, so critical reason for pause test. So now, if it is smaller than, then we may have a larger number of times to find the head. So Y is larger than some specific number A, is less than 0.02. So just now we found how to find this. So 0.5, like 1 minus P. So 0.5 to the power of A minus 1, 0.02. So again, we can apply the log A minus 1 base 0.5, 0.02, and we can change the direction. So log over 5, A minus 1 is 5.643, A is 6.643, which is Y is larger than or equal to 7. So this is different. So number C. Alice and Paul both observed value within their respective critical region. So as a result, they reject the assumption. Find the probability for incorrect reject the assumption that P equals 1/2. So now probability x is smaller than or equal to 8 was 0.0081. So this is, anyway, this actually here it says incorrectly rejected the assumption that P equals 1/2, which means this is true, but maybe by mistake or some bad result. So they reject the H0. So actually this question is just about the real critical, what was it? The real significance level. So yeah, actual significance level. So this is just the asking about the significance level. So y is larger than 7, which means 0.5 to the power of 6. So 0.5 to the power of 6 becomes 0.0156. So I don't know what is the better way, but this has a higher probability to make incorrect rejection.